Hi. Well, I've entitled this little devotional, Things That Change and Things That Don't. We live in times that things that do change, things that we once took for granted, giving a handshake or giving a hug, meeting with a group larger than 10, at, for instance, church, a concert, or a ball game, or getting a haircut, eating in a restaurant. Now, we don't know how long this change is going to last or what it will look like once the restrictions are lifted or our comfort zone is eased. Sudden change. It brings fear or anxiety, confusion, uncertainty, depression. And so we need an anchor as we sail through these turbulent times. I looked recently at Hebrews chapter 6. I want to read some verses to you from it that speak to this. For when God made the promise, starting in verse 13, to Abraham, since he could swear by no one greater, he swore by himself, saying, I will surely bless you and I will surely multiply you. And thus, having patiently waited, he obtained the promise. Verse 17 goes on to say, in the same way, God, desiring even more to show to the heirs of the promise the unchangeableness of his purpose, interposed with an oath, in order that by two unchangeable things, in which it is impossible for God to lie, we may have strong encouragement, we who have fled for refuge in laying hold of the hope set before us. This hope we have as an anchor of the soul, a hope both sure and steadfast, and one which enters within the veil where Jesus has entered as a forerunner for us, having become a high priest forever, according to the order of Melchizedek. The anchor, that's what we need. God has given to you and me solid, unswerving promises from his word that we can bank on. And promises are backed up by the very character of the one who made them. The two unchangeable things. The one who can and will not lie, because, like I said, he cannot lie. I refer you back to the scripture that I read concerning Abraham. God made a promise to him, and God himself was the guarantee to fulfill that promise. The requirement by Abraham was faith and patience as he waited for God's fulfillment in God's timing. He says in his word in another way, my ways are not your ways, neither my thoughts are your thoughts. Well, the same is true for you and for me today. The promises God makes to you and me, in his sovereign control over all things he has created, his very presence lives to bring the perfect comfort and strength we need to have. Because of these promises made by God himself, we can have patience as we wait for his timing, not ours. These two unchangeable things, his promises and his ability to fulfill each promise just because of who he is. That in itself relieves us of fear and anxiety. There's a lady by the name of Corrie ten Boom, a survivor in a concentration camp. She wrote this one time, worry is an old man filled with bended head, carrying a load of feathers which he thinks is lead. For us, we need to do more than just hang in there. We need to live through these times with confidence as we watch our God provide and care for us. Our God is changeless. Further on in Hebrews chapter 13, verse 8, it says, Jesus Christ, the same yesterday, today, and, you finish it with me, forever. He is with us. He is changeless, and he fulfills his promises. So watch him do that in the days ahead. Have a blessed rest of your week.